That'd be sort of a good time that I'm wide awake and let that morning sun just coming through the window. Let that morning sun enhance this video. You know, a lot of people say grace before they eat a meal, and I never have. When I was growing up, we should say grace and all this. And Dad would make a 5-second prayer out of it, but I just never did say grace. I don't know. Just never did get in the habit. But I do say grace when I get on my laptop. I thank God for this technology. I thank God for the entertainment, good or bad. And anything beats looking at four walls, people. Anything. I don't care if it's a horrible movie. Four walls, even a psychiatrist would tell you that's not healthy unless you're tired and you're going, unless you want to be alone. Let's say you're in the mountains and you're on vacation, you want to be all alone. My neighbor, he's got a house down in Lake Cumberland, and he told me this. I said, you need a cell phone in case of emergency. He said, no. He's like, I think he's 67, 68. He's retired, took an early retirement from Chevrolet or General Motors. And reason why he took an early retirement, the plant was closing, and they said you either have to go. If he's 51 or over, you could retire. And he just had turned. I think it was 51. Anyway, he just had turned 51. He lucked out, or he would have had to move and go to Michigan. He didn't want that. He would have lost some of his pension. And matter of fact, his wife says, I don't care, we're not moving. But he lucked out. Right after he turned 51, the plants that were closing, if you're over 51, you can still go, you could go to Michigan. But he says, if you're over 51, take an early retirement. So he did. But he has a house down in Lake Cumberland, and I said, you need your cell phone in case of a medical emergency or any kind of. He said, no. He doesn't have nothing down there. Nothing. I said, well, don't you get a little bored? He said, well, he piddles around. I said, I'd have to have some sort of entertainment. That's the way he is. He has nothing down there. And that would drive me nuts. I mean, he's taking it too far. I can understand no cell phone, but I said, Ed, you need a movie. He just piddles around his place. Anyway, but getting back to grace, no, you may hate me for that. I just never did say grace for a meal. The way I look at it, we live in a land of plenty, and if you got a few dollars on you, you ain't gonna go hungry. I mean, I guess if this was the Great Depression, I know I sound horrible. I guess if this was the Great Depression, I probably would, but I just never did get into the habit, people, saying grace. My cousins took me out to Frisch's here 7, 8 years ago, here in Milford, Ohio. And, I went with it, but they's all wanting to say, he had his kids and so forth, they's all wanting to say grace, so I bowed my head too. They said it, but I just never did say grace. Yeah, I do it on technology. I just don't do it on meals, food. Maybe I'm awful.